I'm sorry this took so long, but let me explain why. I started recording the movie on Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5, but my Elgato was acting up, which caused me to have to buy a new one. And I was recording the DS version, but that footage just out and died on me when I was halfway through, and there was no way I was going through the entire game again in such a short amount of time. My willpower has limits, you know. Well, let's just get this over with. I think I heard somewhere that 358 days over 2 is like working a 9-to-5 job that you hate due to how repetitive it gets, but you get a little bit of joy at the end by hanging out with your friends after work. Yeah, that's probably true, but it does not make for a very fun game. Well, let's just begin and go into everything about 358 days over 2. That is such a stupid sounding title. So we begin with Roxas eating ice cream with Axel and Xeon. Yeah, that's a thing they do all the time. The basic premise of the story is that this explains what happens between Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 2 The Roxas. For the record, I am using the remastered cutscenes from the 1.5 collection. They really should have done the entire game, but I get that the dual screen usage of the DS was rather tricky. So you think this is going to be a story that fleshes out the rest of the organization? Not really. The only ones who get any kind of development are Roxas and Axel, who at this point has been relegated to Roxas' best friend, which already happened in 2, but it's solidified now. That's all Axel is now. Also, I glossed over who Xeon was. Well, she's the 14th member of Organization 13. Did that sound like a fanfic to you? Well, good, because Kingdom Hearts was always a fanfic. So I guess we're now in a fanfic of a fanfic territory. And when you're in that territory, who knows what kind of crazy stuff will happen. So, for most of the game, Roxas just does missions for the organization, and not much really happens outside of some character development. Who is Xeon? Turns out she's a replica created by Organization 13 in case both Sora and Roxas prove useless to them. But she starts to take on Kairi's appearance because of Sora's memories of Kairi's, and well, how all that makes sense I honestly couldn't tell you. Something's going wrong with Naminé trying to put Sora's memories back together. I suppose Roxas finds something relatable to Xeon. They're both zombies initially because nobody supposedly can't feel anything, even though we're clearly shown that that's not true, as every nobody in the organization has shown some kind of emotion, despite not having hearts. There's some development for Riku. He's doing what he has to do to wake Sora up, even though he clearly doesn't exactly like that. It means Roxas and Xeon have to be non-existent to do it. But Riku is repentant and wants to make it all up to Sora for all the pain he caused in the first game. Diz is a jerk, but this is before his character development in KH2, so it makes sense. Naminé doesn't really get a whole lot of development either, she's just doing her thing. So in terms of giving the rest of the organization development, well, Castle Oblivion happens pretty early into the game, so a good chunk of these characters are killed off screen. Saïx is characterized as just being a total douche.
Well, that didn't take long. Did it break again?
She's not an it!
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, suddenly I don't feel too bad about killing this guy in Kingdom Hearts 2. If I ever did. Though Xeon eventually starts to put pieces together of who she is, and it ain't pretty. Particularly after she loses a fight with Riku. Yeah, that wasn't very good. So each Disney World this time, it's in between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, so they have to set up some events. It's most returning worlds from Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 because it's easier to reuse assets, which a lot of games do, so I can't batch it too much here. They do try to have each world further Roxas' character, as he watches the relationships between characters, so it is a nice attempt. I'll go briefly into each world's story. Agrabah does have some good interactions between Aladdin and Jasmine, and it does help develop Roxas and Xeon's relationship a little bit. Beast Castle does cause Roxas to see the bonds between Beast and Belle, and it does set up Xaldin's interest in the world in Kingdom Hearts 2. Halloween Town does try to set up Jack's visit to Christmas Town, and it has a rather annoying bit where Roxas keeps falling for the same prank by Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Are you dense, Roxas? Don't answer that. Netherland features Captain Hook and Smee trying to get treasure, but for whatever reason, Peter Pan doesn't appear, which is definitely odd. It feels like a filler world, as it doesn't really advance the characters too much. Olympus Coliseum is back because every KH game has to have this for some reason, and it's once again just do a bunch of missions. And Wonderland, which serves no purpose but to be here. So honestly, I really don't got much to say about the story this time. It does try to develop Roxas, Axel, and Xeon, but it doesn't really do a very good job of it. Surprisingly, this game is one of the most loved KH games in Japan. I have no idea why. But, well, I guess different strokes across the Pacific Ocean. I know I didn't cover the ending, but we'll get to that. Oh, we'll get to that. So, the gameplay is basic Kingdom Hearts. You just hit things really hard with a keyblade. Mix it up with some dodging and magic. But how they did it this time? Oh, I really don't understand it. So, 358 Days Over 2 has a mission structure. You just pick whatever mission you want to do. These range from destroy a certain number of Heartless, breaking jars because that's really important for some reason, or just do recon. It gets repetitive really fast, and when this is almost 30 hours of gameplay that you're never getting back, well, you start to rethink your life a little bit. If you're pushed to your limit, you can do a limit break, which will typically kill most enemies. If you have a partner, the AI will fill its role and keep you alive, if nothing else. There is mission mode that allows you to play as other characters, but I really didn't get a chance to try that out, as after I beat the game, the ROM I was using crashed on me. At least it waited till the end. For whatever reason, all your abilities have to link to panels. You get more panels by doing more missions, but some of your essential abilities might not fit into what you've got, so you've got to restructure. Also, your magic is tied to how much you set on your panels. If you run out, well, you can't do it anymore unless you use an ether, which is really stupid. Wouldn't it be so much easier to just have it work like it did in the first two games where the magic meter recharges over time? So if you run out of magic and you can't beat a boss, well, you gotta go back and redo the entire mission. How wonderful. For some reason, you don't level up automatically. You have to assign the level ups to your panels. Why? I don't know, but it's very backwards thinking. You can unlock extra missions. How do you do this? Simple, just get every chest in this mission like this mission in Beast Castle where you have to get around Cogsworth, even though the game itself tells you not to bother. Most of the missions are manual tasks anyway. What purpose does any of this do? You do recon in worlds, but aside from Beast Castle, none of this has a bearing on what happens in KH2. Why am I doing any of this? Do I enjoy torturing myself? I should do other things, like go outside and touch grass. Everyone should do that more often. Let me talk about Leechgrave. The boss of Halloween Town might be the most annoying boss in the entire series. You see, I tend to go in and hit every boss as hard as possible, but with this boss you can't do that. You have to destroy the claws, and that takes forever. You can try to hit the main coffin, but that'll just lead to death after death. So just take your time and destroy the damn claws, and finally, you beat him. Why am I doing this? Did this series just peak with Kingdom Hearts 2? It probably did. So why do I keep going? Is it reminding me of Naruto? Maybe it is. If Kingdom Hearts 2 is the Rescue Gara arc of Kingdom Hearts, does that mean this is Sasuke and Sai? I should stop now. In summation, I find this game very frustrating. Everything about it is a slog to play. I didn't enjoy the mission structure, I thought the story wasn't very satisfying, and the system was very dumb. Let's just wrap this up real quick so I never have to talk about this game ever again. So it all culminates with Roxas deciding to leave the organization and fighting his way past Sayax to do it, which I admit was pretty satisfying to do. The big confrontation between Axel and Xeon is as well acted as much as it could be.
What's your problem?
You both think you can do whatever you want. Well, I'm sick of it.
Go on, you just keep running. But I'll always be there to bring you back!
So finally, the emotional climax of the game happens with Roxas versus Xeon.
You're next, Roxas. I have to make you a part of me too. Don't you see? This is why I was created.
The movie I recorded didn't have the tailor-made fight. In fact, I find this fight to be blissfully easy due to a very forgiving checkpoint system, although Xeon's taunts are rather generic. So Roxas beats Xeon, who starts to fade away, and it's as sad as it could be until...
Xeon! Who else will I have ice cream with?
Yeah, that is a stupid line that just makes the incredibly tragic scene even more hilarious. Yeah, I get where it's coming from, it's all he knows, but the delivery of the line just made it comical. So Roxas goes to the organization XQ, and he and Riku reenact a secret KH1 ending cutscene, and the boss of Riku is basically as easy as it can be. Just hit him in the back, granted the previous fight was the real final boss. So you know how this goes, Riku takes Ansem form, and Roxas is captured and put in Twilight Town Virtual to set up the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2. So do I recommend Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2? No, only play this game if you feel you absolutely have to. There's probably a reason Square only did the cutscenes when they put this game on compilations. This is easily my least favorite KH game so far. Maybe next time will be better, as we're going to cover Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Join me then. Thanks for watching. If you liked that video, please hit that bell, like, and subscribe button. If you want to support what I do, check out my Patreon. See you next time.